Hi guys, Ryu here with another video for Blender. In this one we're gonna talk about trim sheets. I'm gonna show you a bit of modeling, how I actually model a piece of it, because I'm almost done with this one, started yesterday. Now before we start modeling, I would like to mention that we have a Patreon for Blender Bros, and by Blender Bros I mean Josh Gambrell and myself. So if you'd like to support us, there's a link in the video description. And big thanks for every single one of you guys who is supporting us by now. Patreon is growing really fast, and we quite overwhelmed with the response and support. So really guys, thank you so much, because thanks to you we can continue doing this and delivering you some educational videos and share our knowledge and have some fun with Blender. So anyway, let's get on with it. And trim sheets are, if you don't know what they are, it's basically kind of like decals, but in a square format, with all kinds of different maps, like of course normal map, and then you got like AO map, so ambient occlusion, curvature, cavity, so on. And the power of trim sheets come from tileability, so you can tile them either bit like this, or maybe like two bits at the same time. You can basically slice them the way you want and arrange UVs on top of them, right? The amazing part about decal machine is that decal machine automated the process, so we're gonna be talking about trim sheets a bit more in the near future, hopefully moving towards game assets. So anyway, let's talk about this bit. What I'm trying to do here is design kind of like a pattern in this section. So I'm trying to cut this piece into the geo, but before I do that, I want to design something with box cutters. So I'm going to go to N-gon and switch off this cyclic option here, which will allow me to draw thicker N-gons that I can actually press T and make them thicker, yeah, and simply slice my geo like this. And let me see this. Let me actually think. This is kind of alright. Now we will need to duplicate this this piece in here, because I'm gonna create something else on this side. And this one is basically asymmetrical, because most of this stuff is symmetrical. Not all of it, but most of it. Like this one is asymmetrical too. But this one is kind of symmetrical with some bits in here that are asymmetrical. So I'm trying to make it, interesting, as in it's symmetrical, but at the same time you got some, additional elements that are asymmetrical to break the boring design, right? Because our brains will recognize symmetry immediately. And what the hell? This one wasn't beveled properly here. Well, I think we need to talk to our good old friend Mesh Machine. Let's unchamfer this, right? It's good I've spotted. I cannot actually mirror this because I got asymmetrical stuff going on this mesh, like I said. So let's actually unchamfer it. This should work. It will not, because of triangles. Okay, fine. So let's try this one and unchamfer it. There we go. That worked. And now let's combine this here and this one as well. And let's select this and this. And these two. I simply didn't select this bit in the middle here, so I'm just going to unmark it and Control B and chamfer it a little bit, so to introduce a bit of a edge in here. There we go. This should do more or less the same size, right? Cool. Okay, back to our cube. So Shift the X and move it in here. And Shift R to repeat it, and it's not really in the middle, so I'm just gonna move it a little bit. This is eyeballed, so alright, so this one could be going the other way around. In fact, you know what, we can just grab this cutter and Shift X and move it in here. let's simply use Control to move it about and move it somewhere here, and difference, right? Did it work? It did. Perfect. Now these two could be connected, you know, like this, right? So the cutter could be going like this and coming this way. So one more time, here, here, and here, right? And let's just recover the cutter and slice this one. How are we looking? I think you're looking pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And this one could be a bit different, yeah. This one could be, let's grab some circles. And are we in object mode? No, we're not. So let's grab a circle in here and just, you know, cut it. And where is the middle of this thing? Let me see this. Let's separate it to its own, and then let's bring it. Let's bring the origin back here to the middle. Whoa! Grab this one, Shift S, and origin to geo. Perfect. Now we should be able to mirror this. Nope. Okay, fine. So let's recover the cutter and copy the cutter across the shape, which didn't work very well, meaning this one is not in the middle. Fine. In this case, we're gonna grab these four edges, right? Drop a cursor in between these edges, and then select this shape and to cursor. What happens is that Blender calculates based on amount of verts, okay, the middle of the item, because we are cutting here, it's asymmetrical, so that's what's happening. And now probably we're gonna be able to flip it across cursor. So there you go, and hold Shift and boom. Now we're going to grab these little buggers, which are so bloody tiny. You can see the triangulation going on. It's just simply the scale is too small, and Blender just cannot cope anymore with this scale, but it's okay. Sharpen this, and how we looking here? Yeah, we're looking pretty good. I don't know if I can actually chamfer these. I probably cannot, but I can try. So Control B, and let's try to chamfer them. Yeah, we kind of can, which is cool. Chamfers usually help to, you know, make a difference, right? So now we're gonna slice these things, right? So let's select all of them, right, first of all, and operations and multiply. Okay, now we're going to bring them up a bit, right, and Control J, combine them, and then Control Sharpen, and then we're going to simply slice this and this and this, and now we got some problem in here, which it's not a big deal because we can fix it. So GZ, and just move it up a little bit like that. Sometimes when a cutter is causing you a problem, you just need to move it about, and you know, just like assets in a bank, I just move them about. Alright, I think this is cool. This is pretty cool. I like it. Now we could create some more interest in here because, you know, boring. So what we're gonna do is Alt H and Control 3 and find this main cutter, which is, I believe, no, that's not this one. It's where is it? Let me see. Where is the main cutter here? Where are you, you bastard? Hang about, hang about, hang about. Oh, this one. Got you. You sneaky muppet. Okay, Shift the X and move it in there, and let's symmetrize it across. Okay, so not across cursor. Let's just reset the mirror, and we're going to symmetrize it right across, because then what we can do is we can simply make it a bit smaller. I'm doing it this way because it's easier. Because when you scale this, you're gonna scale the bevels as well. I don't want to scale the bevel. You see, when I scale this, bevel are scaling too, and I don't want to do that. So bevels are already baked, so I don't want to touch them, right? So let's move this one a little bit in here, and what we're gonna do is we're going to slice this this surface, right? So difference, right? But we're going to actually not difference. Let's switch to, so one more time. Let's sharpen this. I'm gonna grab this shape and go to local. And easy, and drop it down. Face to close it, right? Now I'm going to insert it just a little bit. And then I'm going to shift curve extract it, right? And let's turn off this X-ray mode, and we're gonna chamfer this quite deep. Okay, and now we're gonna try to cut some stuff in it. Maybe we could cut like a not the vertical but horizontal, you know, like this, right? And what on earth is this? One more time. Select this and Blender crashed. Let's go again. Let's see how a power save worked, shall we? So most recent, and boom. Yeah, guys, power save. If you don't use power save, you really should reconsider your priorities in life, basically, because they probably are not correct. Now, where were we? We were here, so let's chamfer this, and also let's save it. And now let's do this again, shall we? So view, perfect, let's go. So slice this like this, make it thinner, or you know what, we're gonna make it double like that, right? So slice it. Now I'm gonna recall this cutter, and we're going to rotate it, so on x-axis, and in fact make it a bit, you know, a bit narrower, and put it like this. Okay, and then we're gonna array this, right, on after we applied not scale rotation. So Q array X, and just array it here. Oh, come on, work with me, bitch. There we go. Now, how many arrays do we need? Probably a few more, right? So let's go here and array this. Where's my array? 7. We don't have to go the whole, you know, the entire way to the bottom. We can do something like this. And where is the middle of this thing? Let's bring it to geo. Is it in the middle? I don't know, cannot see, but I doubt it. Yeah, it kinda is. Okay, cool. So that's that. I'm just gonna insert this face a little bit, okay, and then insert it a little bit one more time. And I'm gonna grab this groove here, and I'm just gonna drop it, okay, to create kind of like a vent parameter or whatnot. And then I'm going to simply sharpen this, right? Let me just bring it to local because something is not right here. Sharpen. Oh, wait, no, don't do it yet. No. Before we do that, we need to, this is actually quite important. We need to run 2 loops. So instead of running loops, we're gonna run a cut. We're gonna change it to knife. We're gonna do like this, and everything's gonna get cleaned up. This mess here, which we're seeing, is basically caused by all the connecting lines. If you draw a line in the middle, you know, when you apply your shape like this with sharpen, you're gonna get a clean boolean inside. Okay, so that's that. And we can create some two notches in here, something, something like that. Maybe one here and maybe asymmetrical one here. Or you know what, we can just symmetrize this. So grab this one, come on. Man, this Blender, dude. Why they cannot design something like ZBrush and they can handle 7 billion polys and whistle hallelujah or something. Look at this, 1 billion and it's just struggling, man. Yeah, so symmetry and boom. Local. Let's go to local. I think this one doesn't have to be so thick, so this will do. EM macro, and let's go inside. Yep. Boom. Done. Courtesy of Hardups. Yeah, guys, I think we're looking pretty good. Let's turn the cavity on and see how we're looking. And let's save it, of course. I think we're looking pretty peachy. So this one I'm gonna leave as is. Don't have to worry about this. We could, leave some just empty space over there. That's okay. This looks pretty good. I like it. It's there's some interesting stuff. Yeah, this is quite decent. It's a little bit boring on this part in here. So I was thinking maybe we could add some pipes or something, So let's grab a plane and go to vert mode, shift 1 and grab this one in here. Wait a minute, our screencast key is not working because we crushed it, didn't we? And move this one in here. We're gonna slice it later and EX and extrude it, and then Hardups way modifier. What I was thinking about is this one, curve extract. Man, this weather is killing me, It's like raining every freaking day in here. It's just awful. 1S, oh wait, I cannot do it. When you're in curve mode, right, you just press 1S, it's gonna smooth it out. You can press Control 1 to actually add some, what you call this thing? Some stuff to it. Right, so you got 3 pipes. We're gonna make this one smaller and put it on top here. And put one more and make it even smaller yet. So it's tiny. Put it closer. And now let me grab my cutters and we're gonna grab this one, Shift T, Y, move it in here. Why this cutter is a bevel? It's just crazy. There you go. And also weighted normals. We don't need that. There we go. Okay, I think this cutter is mirrored, so we don't have to mirror it anymore. Perfect. Alright, so now we got these pipes, right? So let's have some fun, shall we? So I'm just gonna slice all of them at the same time because it's gonna be faster. Box cutter is amazing, guys. It's just so cool, man, especially when doing stuff like this. Alright, so let's grab all these. Well, not all of them, but some of them. Okay, that will do it. All right, now press E. Or actually, we can do it with EM macro. Alt, click on EM macro, and not working. Okay, extrude and cancel, Alt S, and simply scale it up. Let me see this. Yep, Alt S and scale it up a little more. There you go. And then simply bevel. Control 1 and sharpen. Weighted normals on all of them. Whoa. Box color is going crazy. Turn it off. Just add weighted normals to all of them. See how we're looking. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. This one could be thicker, so Alt S and just make it thicker. And we could actually scale it. And mark it sharp here. Let's just scale it. Is it working? S Shift X. Whoa. Let's scale it on origin, so bring it to Geo and S Shift X. Yep. Get smaller. There we go. Cool. Now we could, you know, create some kind of like support or something. So just grab a cube and make it smaller and bring it somewhere here and make it smaller and bring it somewhere here. In fact, let's bring it to the beginning so we can kind of array this somewhere here, right? So there you go. Make it smaller, and we don't really have to cut it because you can just rest on it. It's gonna be a bake from the top anyway, so we can sink it in a little bit and make it a bit thicker and scale it, and come on, there we go. And we can chamfer this and chamfer these two just for fun. Bevel this, of course, because reasons. And we could do some kind of a shapey shape in here. So we could cut a notch in here. Could we? We're in orthographic, right? So is it too small again? There we go. One here, and go to edit mode and Shift D, Y, and move it to the other side, which will for some reason not work very well. Oh no, it will. Good. So just whoa, sharpen this, right? Okay. Bring this back to the collection. So M and bring it to collection. And I'm going to make it a bit narrower, you know, because it's kind of crazy, right? So, and maybe cut it from this side as well a bit, just a little bit, right? Right, and then we could just simply duplicate it, Shift D, and duplicate it somewhere here. and then maybe Shift X and duplicate it somewhere here. This doesn't have to be symmetrical, yeah. In fact, we could have 2 in here, right? Or even 3, like this. Something asymmetrical usually adds flavor, yeah. So, in fact, maybe 2 is enough. Come on. I'll just leave 3. Alright guys, I think that's it basically. That's our trim sheet done. So next thing is probably gonna be, I need to bake this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be baking it in Blender or not. I'm gonna have to think about it, because Blender baking is, yeah, it's just, it's you know, it is not good. Let's just say, yeah. Someone was, oh Jesus. Someone was recently complaining about, not complaining, but pointing out profanity in my videos, so I'm trying to fucking cut it down because, you know, reasons. Because, you know, you shouldn't, really, right? It's, it wasn't really meant for humans. I mean, why would we even use profanity? I mean, what's the point, right? If you get pissed, just fucking chill out, you know. You don't have to use profanity. GX, and let's do something like this. That's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna do it only on one side, so in fact, you know what? I think this should be done on both. In fact, it is on both, but here I need to do the similar thing. So GX and sort of, yep. Let's introduce this one in here as well. So just let's scale it. And let's make it thicker. Yep. Cool. And this one, in fact, we could move a little bit further down the road. So these two, we could select them and Control plus and GX and just literally move them somewhere here. Or even we could move them in here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so they're not, you know, same as this one, so we can move them underneath this, kind of like a, oh, Control plus, there we go, and then GX and move them in here. Yep, perfect. This is pretty cool. Alright, we're good. Alright guys, that's it, that's our trim sheet. I think we're done. Looks pretty awesome, to be honest. Not sure how it's gonna bake, but I think it's pretty decent. Well guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. And as usual, links in the video description to Hardop's box cutter, mesh machine tools, which I don't have been using for this, for creating of this trim sheet so far. And this one isn't straight, is it? But you know what? I can't be. Gonna be baked from the top. It's gonna be alright. And the links are in the video description. So if you would like to buy these add-ons or read about them, just, you know, have a look. And I have tons of videos on add-ons. So if you need to learn more about them, just have a look at my channel. Thanks for watching. Catch you next video.